In the wake of those recent tariffs and fears of a recession, you might be wondering what to do when it comes to investing in the stock market. So joining us live, we have president and founder of Tamma Capitol, Paul Fenner. Paul, the stock market has been extremely volatile. What concerns, if any, do you have right now?
I think the biggest concern for me, Rochelle, is not knowing what's going to happen. There's obviously a whole lot of uncertainty with the tariffs. Are they going to stay on? Are they going to stay off? But I think what we saw today in the markets is that the markets opened significantly down, and then they snapped back late this morning based on tweets and rumors that the tariffs might be delayed. And then we whipsawed back into the negative this afternoon and into the close. So I think trying to time this type of market is extremely dangerous. And so people want to avoid that whipsaw action. But I want to let viewers know that it's completely fine. It's a completely emotional response to be scared of what's going on right now. No matter, what life stage that you may be in, whether you're in retirement, close to retirement, or, in your working career right now.
Yeah, I love that you said the word whipsaw, because I think so many people are logging in, they're looking at their computer, and they're kind of panicking by seeing numbers change so drastically. So what would be your recommendation? What exactly should people do right now if they are concerned? And is that answer maybe nothing?
Yeah, I think what I've been emphasizing to families is that, do you have a plan? And if you don't, now's the time to get one. No one ever wakes up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my gosh, I have to have a financial plan, until times like this when they really need one. And I think that the really benefit of having a financial plan in moments like this is it's something to anchor to, knowing that what you're saving for is written out, your purpose is clearly identified, your objectives are there, and you know what you're working towards, versus not having anything like that. You can let your emotions get the best of you and get into this kind of whipsaw where it's like, oh, I feel good because the market's up, and well, now I feel down again because the market just dropped a lot. So I think having that plan really aligns to what I consider your biggest asset is knowing what your asset allocation is, knowing how much offense to play versus defense. And that asset allocation is different for everyone at different life stages and risk profiles. But as long as you have something like that, again, that's that anchor, Rochelle, that you can tie to when things are going left, right, and up and down.
Paul, I want to acknowledge there's certainly a lot of variables. Will these end up being threats? Will they be carried out on? But given your expertise, your background, what you do professionally for a living day in, day out, where do you see this heading if you had to give your best guess, and for how long?
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to end anytime soon. I think we need to take President Trump and his administration at their word that this is going to be long and drawn out. And with that being said, because of that uncertainty, which the markets do not like, again, I would expect this volatility to continue, where you could have a day tomorrow, for example, where we open up 1,000 points on the Dow and then we end up finishing in the red, or vice versa. I mean, there's no playbook for this. This is unprecedented, and I think because of that and the lack of certainty, it's got people on edge. It's got company on edge. They're a lot of companies are frozen now as to what they should be doing. As I was recently telling one family, it's not like you can take a plant over in China and move it back to Michigan overnight. Those things take years, sometimes decades, to take effect. And so right now it's a matter of, if these tariffs stay, who's going to eat that cost? Who's going to eat that tax? Is it going to be the corporations? Is it going to be Main Street? Or is it going to be a combination of the two? And that's what we just don't have insight into.
A lot to keep our eyes on. Paul, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your insight.
Thanks, Rochelle. Thanks for having me on.